Okay, with VAT coming into play, most of us are trying to save a few bucks. So I decided last week to purchase a $20 package of house cleaning products from Heavenly Bubbles. And I thought I would do a comparison of these products along with the prices that you would find in the food store. I thought $20 was a pretty good deal. I must admit, I was a little bit skeptical at first because I usually purchase the more expensive brands of house cleaning items thinking that they would do a better job and maybe last a little longer. I usually like the pleasant scents of the various Pine Sol brands. I use the Clorox bleach, usually the scented one. And usually I just try to get the better brand so that they could last longer and smell better. Even the dishwashing liquid, I usually go with something like the Ultra Joy. So I thought, well, I don't know if I want to try this package, but I decided I'll give it a try. And actually I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to do an independent review of the items. The first one I'll start with is the Rose dishwashing liquid. It says here for dishes and glasses. It also mentions here that it is recommended for use in restaurants, institutions, and hospitals, and for an all-hand dishwashing purposes. It's lotionized for kindness to the hands, which I thought was pretty neat. Now the real test is going to be, is it thick enough? Does it have does it suds? Does it have bubbles when you put it in the water, and does it last? So here we go. I use 1 tablespoon of the Rose dishwashing liquid, just 1 tablespoon, and now you can see that there's tons of suds. The water feels soapy, and the only thing I would say that I didn't like was that the container had a large opening, which means that you may pour a little bit too much. So what I did was I transferred it into my old dishwashing liquid container so that I can control the amount of the flow. But I'm impressed with the dishwashing liquid. Okay, the next item I would go to is the bleach. Now I usually use Clorox, and I usually use the scented bleaches because I really do not like the smell of bleach when I'm cleaning. I opened this container and I noticed that it had a very mild scent. I was a little concerned that maybe it wasn't strong enough, but when I added it to the water, it was really strong. Now, in order to get over the fact that it doesn't have any kind of deodorizing scent, I thought maybe what I would do is use the Midnight Magic air freshener and deodorizer along with it. Now, most times you would see on the bottles of bleach not to mix it with any other chemical, because as you know, bleach mixed with some other chemicals could be seriously harmful. But I took the chance and I mixed some of the Midnight Magic with the bleach, and now I have scented bleach. It's really nice, and I think that certainly is a good buy. The Puritan Pine has a fresh pine scent, and when added to water, it works just as well as Pine Sol. The 490 degreaser compares with 409, and I sprayed it on the countertops where there was some grease, and it worked just as effectively as 409. The Scott toilet tissue is actually the brand I prefer because it lasts a lot longer than most brands, and it's relatively inexpensive. So when you look at the whole group together, is it worth $20? I went and I checked some prices in the food store for the brands that I normally buy, and here is what I got. Rose dishwashing liquid compared to Ultra Joy. The Joy would cost about $3.21 with VAT at Solomon's. The Pine Sol would cost about $3.88 with VAT at Solomon's. 409 is pretty expensive in the store. Solomon's, along with VAT, would be about $6.44. The bleach, a gallon of the brand that I would normally buy, cost about $6.44. That's the Clorox plain bleach at Solomon's. And The other item, I would compare this to something like the Pine Sol, which cleans and deodorizes, and that would have been about $4.18. The Scott toilet tissue, to be honest, I forgot to check the price in the stores. I doubt that you would find it for any less than $1.50. So I would say you're talking about altogether in the store, you would probably pay $27 to $28, and that would be just one check. There are stores that sell the items more expensive. You may pay as much as $30 in some stores for what you see here when you use the brand product. So I would say that you can save anywhere from $5 to $10 by purchasing Heavenly Bubbles group of house cleaning items, and they're excellent products that I would recommend. Try it. The other big plus is that you have them delivered free of charge, which would save you on gas and time. I would say that's at least another $5. And you can call and have them delivered to you by Rosetta. Her number is 454-5413 or 341-5292. And that's free delivery. This is an independent review, and I recommend highly Heavenly Bubbles household cleaning supplies.